Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're new to Canada, you've probably heard about taxes, and maybe it feels a little intimidating. Well, don't worry. In this explainer, brought to you by our friends at Phonological Consultants, we're going to break it all down and make it super simple. All right, so this is video number 2 in our 10-part Newcomers Financial Guide. We're putting this series together to give you all the tools you need to really hit the ground running here in Canada.
Okay, before we dive in, just a quick disclaimer. What we're sharing today is general information to get you started. It's not official settlement advice. For the absolute latest, most accurate info, you should always check the official government links. We'll point you to those later on. Look, I get it. Tackling taxes in a brand new country can seem like a huge mountain to climb. But trust me, it doesn't have to be that complicated. We're going to go through this together, step by step, and you'll see it's actually pretty straightforward.
So first things first, why do we even have to deal with taxes? Well, a great way to think about it isn't just as some bill you have to pay. It's really your contribution, your way of chipping into the new community you're a part of.
And that contribution, it pays for some pretty amazing stuff. We're talking about our healthcare system, public schools for the kids, the roads we drive on, even those incredible national parks. Now, if you take away only one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. You need to file a tax return every single year. And yes, I mean, even if you didn't earn any income. Why? Simple. Filing your taxes is the key that unlocks a ton of government benefits. Things like the GST/the HST credit or the Canada Child benefit. You can't get that money without filing first. Okay, so the whole Canadian tax system might sound complex, but honestly, it really just boils down to two main types. You've got tax on the money you earn and tax on the stuff you buy. That's pretty much it.
So that's income tax on what you make and sales tax on what you spend. Let's tackle income tax first. Okay, so income tax is what you pay on your earnings, and it goes to both the federal and the provincial governments. Now, Canada has what's called a progressive tax system. That sounds fancy, but all it means is this. The more you earn, the higher your tax rate gets. But, and this is super important, you only pay that higher rate on the money you earn above a certain amount. It's a system that's designed to be fair.
All right, let's switch gears to the other side. Sales tax. You've definitely seen this one. It's that extra little bit that gets added to your bill when you're at the checkout. The thing is, it's not the same across the country. Depending on which province you're in, you'll run into one of 3 different kinds.
So baseline, everyone in Canada pays a 5% federal tax called the GST. That's the Goods and Services Tax. Then some provinces, like British Columbia, add their own on top of that, called the PST, or Provincial Sales Tax. And then you have other provinces, like Ontario, that just roll them both together into one, the HST, or Harmonized Sales Tax. Oh, and good news, you usually don't pay sales tax on essential groceries, which is a nice break.
All right, now for the part everyone loves, how to pay less tax. And this is all completely legal, by the way. The system actually has tools built right in to help you keep more of your own money. The 2 big ones you need to know are tax credits and tax deductions. They sound similar, but they work differently. Think of a tax credit like a coupon. It directly reduces the final amount of tax you have to pay, dollar for dollar. A deduction is different. It lowers your total income before you even calculate the tax. So a deduction means you're being taxed on less money to begin with. Both are awesome and both save you money.
Okay, so you understand the basics. Now, how do you actually do it? Let's get into the practical side of things. How to file and the dates you absolutely cannot forget.
You've actually got a few really great options here. First off, especially for newcomers, there are free tax clinics. These are run by amazing volunteers in the community. You can also file online using certified tax software, and a lot of those are free too. And of course, if your situation is a bit more complicated, you can always hire an accountant to help out.
Now for the dates. Get your calendar out for this. For pretty much everyone, the big deadline to file your taxes and pay anything you owe is April 30th. Now, if you or your spouse are self-employed, you get a bit of an extension to file. Your deadline is June 15th. But, and listen up because this is a huge catch,
even though you have until June to file, your payment is still due on April 30th. A lot of people get tripped up by this. If you miss that payment deadline, you'll start getting hit with penalties and interest, and nobody wants that. So don't let it catch you off guard.
Wow. Okay, we've covered a ton of ground here, right? From what taxes are for to the nitty-gritty of filing. So let's do a quick recap of the absolute must-know points.
Think of this as your quick start tax checklist. Number 1, file every single year, even with 0 income, to get your benefits. Number 2, know the difference between income tax and sales tax.
Number 3, look for those credits and deductions. They're there to help you. And number 4, April 30th. Put it in your phone, on your calendar, wherever you won't forget it.
And to make all of this even easier, we've put together a bunch of helpful links for you. Just look in the description below this video. You'll find links to those free tax clinics, the certified software, all that good stuff. And for more great info, definitely check out Phenological Consultants at their website, www.phenologicalconsultants.ca.
And that's it. That's your crash course in the Canadian tax system. Hopefully, you're feeling a whole lot more confident about it now. Make sure you join us for the next explainer in our series where we are going to tackle the Canadian banking system. Thanks so much for watching.